Hello everyone, my name is Grace. I was born on December the 28th, 1916. The first outing I ever went on was my mother took me to Scarborough to see my father, who was in the 1914 to 1918 war. His name was Samuel. It was a place we lived in, was called Fell End. We had church. We was the only family in the area then. My mother had to look after the chapel and the church. She then took my sisters and I with her when she had to go and look after all the lamps, and she had to dust the things. She gave us a duster and we had to dust the pews, but she had a finger pointing at us and saying, "Now I'll come round and inspect them when you've gone."
I bet you can't remember the house in Manchester, can you, where you lived there?
Yes.
Oh, when you were 3?
Oh, yes.
Oh.
Oh, yes, before we went there.
Yeah.
Yes, oh, I forgot about that.
Well, which house was that? Was that in Gorton, in
Yes.
Manchester? Yeah. Well,
Oh.
what was that like, that first house you lived in?
Yes, yeah, very interesting probably, this would. Yes, when I was in Manchester, we lived in a road called 70 Victoria Road. I ought to have said this first. I was born in 70 Victoria Road, Gorton, Manchester, and it wasn't far from Bellevue. Now, every Friday night, as I got a bit older, my sisters and I used to take it to the other end of Victoria Road to watch the fireworks on a Friday night. We quite enjoyed that.
What about when you had your photograph taken at Fell End? Very first photograph.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
My first photograph that I had taken was in Yorkshire when I lived there. I was only 3 years old, and I remember my mother calling me in while I was playing, and telling me that I'd got to have my face washed, my hands washed, and a clean dress put on. Pink. I can remember today the dress, the colour was pink, and I had a big pink bow on my hair. Remember that? Yeah. Actually, Harold went with some friends. He went with some friends to an aeroplane show, and I think after that, I think he enjoyed being with young people like himself for a while. So we parted. We parted for about 2 years. Wow. But then,
what did you do in the meantime, though? You didn't sit waiting, did you, in the meantime?
No.
No, with your friend Kath?
No, there was, funnily enough, just after Harold and I stopped seeing each other, my mother died suddenly, and there was a young girl who, I was about 18, I think, and there was a young girl. She couldn't ask me if I'd allowed to go out with her. I think she felt sorry for me. So we did. We went out together, and we became great friends in the long run. She learnt me to dance. She also was a member of a club called the Carardi, which was in Cheveril Street. So she took me there and joined me there. Well, they had, on a Wednesday evening and Saturday evening, they had dancing. So, of course, she learnt me to dance. And there's somebody come to see you, and I couldn't think who it was. I only thought it was my brother-in-law, and I thought there was something wrong at home, see, so, but no. I says, "Well, who is it?" He says, "I'm not telling you." He says, "You just go down the corridor and go into my room where I go." When I got there, I saw Harold there, and I says to him, "Oh, what are you doing here?" He said, "I've come to see you." After that, he asked me if he could take me home, so he stopped with us at the club. We had dancing, and we danced and he danced with my friend and another lady. When it was a lady's privilege, she come and asked Harold, but he got on well with her, you know. And I said, yes, I'm all right, love. I said, but I'll have to go now, Duck. I said, because it's 7:45, I've got to be at work for 8 o'clock, because I was only working mornings, just mornings. And I'd just got out of Shaftesbury Crescent into Oldcombe Street, and when another lady was on her way to work, and I knew she caught me up. And I was just walking along, and there was a fella on that side, just one fella, and he shouted, "Get in that entry quick, you two, quick!" And it was a German plane. And you know when they caught Roysters on the end of Roysters? Well, that was the morning. If we hadn't have gone in that entry, I think me and my mate might have been shot, because this German plane, he was got firing all along the roofs of the houses over that side. And I'm sure if he'd have seen us, or that man, because he went to the entry on the other side, I'm sure he'd have probably shot.
Yes. Yeah, that's not, it's not just everyone.
Yes, because I think from Shaftesbury Street is where, you know, where the carpet shop is
That's
up
it.
on that
That way,
area.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's...
It's all in that area, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's all changed a lot now. It's all big
it's all
sales
there.
places and higher
it's
places.
all different now, that is.
Forster Clay and Ward's still there. The factory's still there, isn't it?
Oh, yes, where I used to work.
Yes, that's still
yes,
there.
in Princess Street.
Yeah.
Yes, that's still there.
60s then, wasn't it? Or the 70s, yeah.
Yeah.
Donkey's years later, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, a lot later that was, yeah. Yeah.
I did go back and work there,
You did,
if you remember.
After the war, yeah.
Till, how old would I be? In my 50s, when I worked mornings there.
Yeah. Yes, I think I can about remember that.
Yeah. Then I got a job at Slicks in
yeah.
Bolton Lane.
Yes.
Do you remember that?
Swimsuits. Oh yes, I do that.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
Got a job there.
Yeah.
But I stayed on, because they stopped us in the end.
Yes.
I stayed on till I was 60.
Yeah.
Oh, 63.
Yes.
They let me stop on. But they stopped it after that. They wouldn't let anybody stop on then.
No.
Because I used to...
They did time and motion, didn't they, or something like that?
Yeah,
did they?
yes.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think. I wasn't there, and it was while I wasn't there, they'd had somebody in, and they'd had time and motion. Because when I got back, a lady says to me, how'd you go about it, Great? Did you ask if you could stop on? I said, no. I says, they just asked me if I'd like to stop on. I says, oh yes. So I stopped on till I was 63. Yeah. But they wouldn't let her stop. They said, no, you've got to finish, you've got to finish. And after that, Slicks bought it, the swimsuit.